Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Warlord Weekly. This week we're going to do a shot that is a single sword shot. I'm kind of excited to show this. It's one of my newer shots that I've developed that's been doing great stuff for me. So let's go over this shot real quick. Alright, so going into this shot, in single sword you have kind of two different schools of thought, alright, and two different types of people. Those who use their hand block very aggressively, and those who use it as a backup while focusing on sword blocks, right? I'm of the second school, all right? I try to sword block everything and use my hand only if I have to, right? I think it comes from me being heavily trained in the rogue style of training, and that's just what I've always done. Now, because of this, I've always struggled with people who are willing to very aggressively sacrifice their hand to get a kill, right? I'll be fighting and I'll have someone swing or whatever it is, and I blocked and I feel very comfortable from right here throwing in deep, and someone deciding just to take it with their hand and continue swinging has always given me a lot of trouble, okay? So, over time, I recently developed something that works very well to counter this. And a lot of it came around the idea of, if I'm fighting an opponent who is going to be willing to aggressively sacrifice his hand, then I need to be willing to do the same, okay? Otherwise, we're not fighting on even footing. So, the way this shot's gonna work is it's all built up and designed to look a lot like a money shot, okay? So, for those who don't know, the money shot, I'm stepping in and I'm throwing right here, okay? Now, this is a decent shot to throw in single sword if you're fighting someone who is going to try to block your shot, right? I can set up this fake, and if he blocks it, I still can return, everything like that. The problem comes when you're fighting someone who's willing to aggressively trade their offhand while trying to attack you. What often happens is you come in, and I've taken his offhand arm, I've lost my sword arm, and suddenly he just gets to swing again, and I'm dead, okay? So that is a very common tactic, and that is what I'm going to specifically work towards countering, okay? So what I'm gonna do, and this has worked wonders against warlords and everything in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this money shot, right? All right? And I'm gonna be willing for this. At the same time, I'm going to aggressively block this hand, right? So I'm going to be trading, but I don't want an even trade, all right? So what we're gonna do is, as I come in, I'm gonna redirect my shot up into his arm while aggressively trading, and then just hit him again before he can switch, okay? Now let me show you one more time from this side. So once again, as this shot comes in, we're gonna start our shot like this, but about the point where in a money shot, it would break over backwards. Instead, I'm breaking it up into their arm. Now, one of the important things is when this hand comes out to block, is that we're going to break before we get to the hit. If we get in too close and try to break up, you can catch that hand on the way up. That's what we want to avoid, all right? So once again, coming in here and breaking up there while covering aggressively with your offhand. The point of this is to basically take advantage of someone who is trying to trade their offhand with your sword arm, accept that they want to trade, and use that to your advantage to get the better trade. So instead, I'm going to use my offhand for their sword arm directly to a double tap, and we're going to keep moving. Let me show you that from the other side. All right. So once again, this is going to start like a standard money, right? Our standard money, only this is what we're trying to avoid, all right? So we need to make sure we've got our block in place right here. Now, as we come in, I'm gonna start the throw, and I'm gonna flick up into his arm, and then hit again. One more time. We start here, there, okay? All right, guys, try it out, see what you think. This has worked wonders for me. It's one of my favorite new shots that I've been using. So see what you think. Do the YouTube thing, like and subscribe if you like it, and also this week I'm headed to Santa Fe to train with some of the wheel warlords, so be ready for probably a few videos with some wheels coming up these next couple of weeks. So awesome. See y'all. Have a good one.